Well, good morning. It's Saturday morning. It's just about 7 o'clock. That means the free breakfast, which is over at a restaurant next to an Esso station, should now be opening any minute. So I don't know what they have for free breakfast here, but it's part of the deal. And of course, before starting the ride, I need some real substance. Now, I wanted to show you what the temperature is here. This isn't Lac La Biche where I'm at. This is Grassland, but I don't know. The phone doesn't recognize this, I guess. And Lac La Biche is pretty much the closest that you can find on here. So the temperature is minus 1 degree Celsius right now. It'll be rising throughout the morning, and then in Lac La Biche it's going to go up to 12 degrees, which is good bike riding weather. But now let me show you Edmonton, and you're going to see that, well, it's dropped since yesterday, but the high temperature today is expected to be 15, and it's sunny with cloudy periods, so this should be a good ride. But let me just check. The big concern about riding this long, believe it or not, that's usually the wind. And right now we have 0 kilometers an hour wind in Edmonton. Lac La Biche, south 5 kilometers an hour. South is a headwind, but usually, see, there's something about it with the sunlight. Usually the wind picks up during the day, so I'll have to deal with that later. Anyways, just wanted to say good morning, and I'm sure it's going to be once again an amazing bike ride. 180 kilometers. How could I go wrong? Okay, I'm good to go. It's well, the sun hasn't quite come up yet, but it's daylight, and I got 180 kilometers to go, so it's like 7:45 or something like that. Temperature is still minus 1. It's all good. I have to make sure I drop the key into the key box here, so I'll record this because I'm prone to forgetting things like that. There's my bike. Well, I'd say it looks as good as it ever will. So I might as well just hop on it and start the ride. Feeling good this morning. I had a humongous breakfast over at the Esso. So this, it's called the Grassland Motel. It's decent. Clean rooms, Wi-Fi, TV, shower. It's a motel. But next door they have a free breakfast, and this is really, for a hotel breakfast, it beats most of them. Hot breakfast, scrambled eggs, or you could have them any way you want. Sausage, bacon, whichever. Toast with peanut butter, coffee. Awesome. Already dealing with truck traffic here, and I haven't even started. And another from that side. Well, I just have to hop on the road, I guess. I'll be going the same way, I think, as I came. First going to Boyle. That's crazy. One big rig after another. Oh well. Yeah, one thing about yesterday, I think I was much too focused on going fast Average speed of 24 kilometers an hour, that's unheard of for me on a longer tour. I'm not going to try this today because, you know, you always think this is doable, this is always going to be like that, but reality is the tailwind. The tailwind had a lot to do with that, and I have no plans on killing myself. I got today upwards of an hour more than I had yesterday to get home. Plus, once I get close to Edmonton, I'm very familiar with all the surroundings, so I can find my way in the dark without taking unreasonable chances. So it's gonna feel good to get home. Anyways, I got a ride. Hi there, yeah, just a small little update. I am in Boyle, just coming through town here, which means I just turned off the Highway 63, the main route to Fort McMurray, or from Fort McMurray in this case. So this should be a little bit quieter, but over there I already hear the jake brake of some truck, of course, going through a town. They should not even have that on, but you know, people. Yeah. Anyways, I haven't even touched my water bottle yet, but that's what I'm gonna do right now. Biggest struggle so far, but I think it's coming to an end, is keeping the fingers warm. I have good gloves, or at least they seem like decent ones, but for cold, I don't know what it is. The insulation is insufficient, or perhaps they're a little bit too tight, which I don't know, doesn't really feel like it, but my fingers get cold fast. That's a problem. That's a problem for me with winter cycling. I solve it usually by wearing mittens and putting, when it gets extreme, putting hand warmers in there. But you know, today it starts out -1. It's gonna go to 16, so you know, this will do it all. I suffer a bit in the morning, and in the afternoon, yeah, I sweat a little bit, but I can handle it. Don't have much room to take extra clothes on this road bike. Not sure what this is. Ford? I think that's a Chevy. There's a beaver den behind me there. I just pulled over to have a closer look because this camera can zoom in. I don't think we're gonna see Mr. Beaver, but you never know. Too bad there's so much truck traffic here. Can you hear that? Yeah, there's a big truck approaching from way over there, but let's see the beaver. The beaver den. It looks pretty abandoned now, doesn't it? Yeah, it's beautiful wilderness out here. I wonder what Beaver thinks about the truck traffic. So, I'm still in the middle of nowhere. Got 252 kilometers on the clicker in total. It's still quite a ways. I just took my last sip of water. And I know that I have about 20 kilometers to go before I can fill up the bottle. It's really middle of nowhere here. I mean, look at this. yeah, now it's more open areas here, and the wind is coming from the south, a little bit east, which is good. South not good, east okay, because 20 kilometers I'm turning west. And every time one of those trucks comes going the other way, man, I have to fight the wind. They put so much pressure. It's unbelievable. Yeah, what's happening now is the wind. It's slow going, and well, yeah, it's just hunker down. Yeah, focus on staying in motion, I guess. Coming up on the intersection of Highway 28, and yeah, the place where the water and the snacks are and lunch perhaps, it's a kilometer that way, but my way actually goes the other way, so I've decided to skip that place because I know there's another one coming up down the road. The wind is going to help me a little bit, so that's going to feel good. You know, I'm going to pick up some speed again. I've been slowing down here for the last hour or so. As you can see in the distance there's a traffic circle, and I'll be turning right.
Turning right at this intersection made a hell of a difference. First of all, I now had an indication of how far I still had to go, and I was out of the headwind.
Finally, the wind is not making it harder for me. It's actually helping a little bit. It's nice. The weather's good, it's sunny. I am thirsty, but I'm still worried about the limited daylight hours here a little bit. So. Okay, once again I'm cutting it a little close for my taste when it comes to the daylight hours. Finally, some liquid. Oh geez, it's cold. There's a Husky gas station here. It's on the way back to Edmonton. I'm assuming I got like 75 kilometers or so to go. It's probably 2 o'clock now. Spent a little bit of time there flying my drone. I bought a roast beef sandwich for my lunch and some brownies for dessert. The good thing about all this, all these people have to stop here, fill up their car. I only have to stop here for a sandwich. You hear that? Yeah, it's beautiful terrain here, but again I got the problem of having to complete this tour before it gets dark. I am just about 305 kilometers into my mission here, and there's about 55 or so to go. This time I got green stuff. Well, once again, I'm cutting it a little close when it comes to daylight. It is now, I'm guessing, because I checked it earlier, then I had a few kilometers to get here. So I'm guessing it's now just about 5. Yeah, I want to say an hour and a half tops for daylight. And I got about, well, I want to say to the house about 37, 38 kilometers to go. If I ride about 25 or so, I am really close to Edmonton, and I can find myself a way that is not heavily traveled and has, I got coffee too. Yeah, a way that actually has some multi-use trails where I don't have to share the road with the cars. That'll be much safer. But the next 20 or 25 or so, I gotta be on the highways. There's so much noise around. Where there's vehicles, there's noise. What I noticed on Alberta's highways, I don't know if that's the same where you live, you know, they're really kind of out in the country, but people drive aggressively. Nobody is just taking their time and focused on getting there, and I think ultimately that is why we still have accidents. There really shouldn't be any. But there's always somebody who probably shouldn't be driving. Yeah, a lot needs to change for traffic and transport to become safer. For cyclists, we need infrastructure too. Gotta gobble down my peanuts and stuff and then ride some more. You could probably tell by my expression I'm getting tired of traffic passing me, but that's inevitable here. Well, you know what? You cannot overestimate, whatever, peanut power, whether it's in the form of real little peanuts or a cookie or, you know, the Reese's bar, whatever it is. Peanuts, magic. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to show you is the sad condition of this highway. Yeah, that slows me down. Even though the wind has subsided, I'm able to ride a bit faster without major effort. But this rough road, it really makes it tough. According to the clicker here, I would still have to do about 25 kilometers. And I think that might be just about right. 25 kilometers doesn't sound like a big deal, does it? Yeah, this is my stumping ground. Yeah, I'm still on the road. It's not dark yet, but I'm close to home. So that's a good thing. So far, I was trying. I can't help this, but my average speed for the whole trip up to here is 22.0 kilometers an hour. So yesterday it was 24. Today it would have been 20 to make that happen. I think that's pretty respectable. Not that it matters, but see, the reason I mentioned that and the reason that it did matter to me today is because I cannot afford to ride without lights on the highway in the dark. Like I really try to get here before it gets dark, and I succeeded. I seen a few nice spots that I would love to fly the drone, but I didn't because I was worried about running out of daylight. So that's the problem in the fall. Next time I'll plan a ride that is only maybe 150, or even depending what time of year, you know, the weather can be a lot worse than this. Alright, look at the final stats here. That is 48.5 kilometer maximum speed, 21.9 average speed, 16 hours and 19 minutes on the bike, 358.45 kilometers. So there we go, have it again. This is what I did over the last 2 days.